And croeso to the Concourse, the definitive Welsh football show where we talk about everything Welsh football at all levels of the game, and usually a bit of nonsense as well. I am your dear leader, Ryan March, and my co-leader, Greg Kane, is with me.
Assistant
to the co-leader, and the court jester, maybe? The sort of head of... the executioner, maybe. Maybe we'll give him the executioner.
Yeah, it's quite like that line.
Yeah, it may be in like when we bring in the alternative Wales death penalty. Charlie Phillips is the executioner.
That's reflective of where our heads are at.
Yeah,
We've gone straight to death penalty.
Yeah, how
That's
are you,
nice.
Charlie? All good?
Yeah, that's love. I'm a jester and an executioner. That's quite an interesting mix, isn't it?
Do you know what? The other day...
Laugh yourself to death.
Kill him with a smile.
I was thinking the other day about... I can't remember why, but you know when you start having these inner monologues in your head of things you're thinking about.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So I was thinking about something, and I was like, instead of calling someone the C-bomb, I called them a court jester in my head.
Right.
And I was like, that's a much politer way of saying the C word. So it's funny that you've just said court jester. Court jester.
Yeah.
So maybe we should use that as an insult now.
I like coin.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Clunk. You fucking clunk.
You absolute clunk.
But if you're going to
So-
put fucking in front of it.
yeah, you might as well not bother.
I've got a fun story about the C-bomb.
Go on.
And I'm going to just use the word.
I know, I don't know why I was avoiding it.
Yeah.
Well,
we're not
what if-
monetized on YouTube yet, for crying out loud. We can say what we want. Cunt and Donald Trump is in the Epstein files.
Yeah, that doesn't allege any wrongdoing.
No, he's in them.
He's in them.
He's in them.
We're all in them. No, I'm joking.
Speak for yourself, brother. I remember when... so my dad used to use the word clunk quite a lot. And when I was in the football, when we used to go to the upper grandstand bar when we were kids in Indian Park, we'd all play with like football with a bottle in like the concourse. The concourse.
Yeah,
it's the
nice.
concourse, isn't it? And some stewards told us off. And I got mixed up the word clunk with cunt, because obviously I'd heard cunt quite a lot at the football.
Of course, yes.
And I went into my dad as, these bloody stewards were cunt. No, these cunts told us to stop playing with the football. And my dad was like, what? And he was all right with me swearing at the football. It was as long as it never got into the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought it was like a word like clunk.
How old were you? Sorry.
Probably like 7, 8. And then one day it did cross over.
What did Mandy do?
Oh, wait for this one. So me and the weirdest man in Wales, Connor Lynn. I was in his house.
No, second weirdest. Morgan Eagle number 1.
Yeah, I know some weird people, to be fair.
You do. You got weird mates.
Bridgend
Hello.
is... Me and my dad talk about this. Bridgend is rife with mental people. I mean, a lot of Wales is full of mental people, but there's a man who my dad knew and had once shared a room with on a football tour called Shotgun John.
Yeah.
Because he once kidnapped someone with a shotgun.
So they decided to give him a nickname based around it.
Yeah.
Instead of prison time, even though there's a prison in Bridgend.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Insane. Anyway, so...
Also, I think that could be a segment that we have.
Oh, Welsh nicknames.
No, just weirdest people in Wales.
Oh, weirdest... Wales' weirdest people.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Kind of already have it, don't we? In a way.
Yeah, which we can get
This
onto later.
podcast.
We'll get onto
It's
later.
this podcast, yeah.
Anyway, we're in, me and Connor are in his bedroom, as two young whippersnappers do. We were reading Kerrang magazine.
Practicing kissing.
No, we didn't practice kissing. God, no. I still find it weird when I hug Connor. Which is, do you have a friend
you can feel his erection?
do you ever have a friend where you just don't have, like, he's my oldest friend, but like I still find it odd to hug him. So like, say for example, like someone will turn up and give him a hug and I'm with them. I feel obliged to then give him a hug, but I know he feels weird about it and I feel weird about it. And
So it's just a really awkward...
Yeah. Anyway.
I know what you mean.
Besides
I know
the
what you
point.
mean.
Toxic masculinity, brother.
That's what it is, yeah. That's
and-
why we like football so much, because we can hug each other.
Exactly, yeah. In Kerrang, it was like a Q&A with a band, and one of them was, what's your favourite swear word? And it was C***T. And usually in Kerrang, everything is it's not censored. So he says to me, he's like, oh, Ryan, what is this? What's this swear word? And I was like, oh, it's probably cunt. And then again, I didn't really know the enormity of the word at the time. Because it's sort of like the worst swear word, really, isn't it? And my mum will probably be wincing at me saying it so many times on this podcast. So we're in his bedroom. Downstairs is his mum, my mum, and my younger sister. So if I'm about 8 or 9, my sister's about 6 or 7, right? And Connor just shouts, "Oh my word!" I think that's the end of the podcast, isn't it? We just call it a day.
Sorry,
Charlie's got brain rot back there.
What's Charlie done for the listeners?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the listeners. He did the 6-7 hand movement. So.
Really upsetting.
Awful stuff.
He's tickled himself though. So
Anyway,
that's the main thing.
We're in his room. I said, I think it's the word cunt. My mum's downstairs with my younger sister, and Connor just goes, "Mum, what does cunt mean?"
To his own mum.
Just downstairs.
Oh,
She
right.
shouted
Yeah.
from the top floor to the bottom floor, and my mum and my sister are down there as well. Ryan's just told me it. So I had a earful. Alan March had a earful, obviously, because she's like, why does he know these words? Where else are you going to learn those words other than Ninian Park? But I turned out all right, didn't I?
Yeah, in a way.
In a way.
I've got a similar story, actually.
Yeah, go on.
I learned it in primary school from my mate Glenn, who now works for Transport for Wales.
Who in
Lovely boy.
Ponty, born in like late 90s, is called Glenn? That's worse than Greg.
My mate Glenn. But so
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn taught us the word, and then me and my mate Alex were on the way to rugby, and Alex said to his mum, "Yeah, so what does cunt mean?" And I was in the car, and I was like, "Yeah," and the mother started just she fucking like started shouting at him, and I was like, "Oh, this is bad. This is real bad." And we're on the way to rugby, and we're like, "This is bad." Okay. And I was like, "We're never talking about this again." And then she told my mum that I'd taught it to him, but I hadn't.
Oh dear.
Can't like
Justice for Charlie. Justice for Charlie.
It's funny, isn't it? Where, like, how do you learn swear words, and when do you learn
It's
them?
normally, for me, older cousins and things.
Right, yeah.
Older siblings.
Obviously, I had a baptism of fire at the football.
You
whereas,
had
like, you
football.
weren't going to the football when you were like 5 or 6.
when I was a kid,
So I
no.
learned it all way too early.
Yeah. I would hear it around like rugby.
football on Rough Kids. It was for me.
Yeah, and football actually, because you'd sometimes go and watch the adults play.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And then you'd hear it. But
I'm not a big... I think people give swear words too much power.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like, if like, you know, if I was in a certain room and I'd be like, mate, or I'd be like, "Oh, you bloody cunt," like, jokingly, and someone's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
It feels like, it's like, well, you're making that word worse.
You're giving it the power.
Yeah, you're putting it on a pedestal.
Yeah, I think in other countries, in their like sports coverage, for example, they're allowed to swear. I think it's like the Netherlands and probably a few other European countries where it's fine to swear.
Yeah, the Dutch have it with the F1 because they swear all the time.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
And then in this country, every time you hear a swear,
it's just my head in.
They're like, "Oh, we're so sorry for the language," or whatever. And it's like, why do you have to say that? Because now you're
don't
drawing
mention
more
it.
attention to it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Like, it's on a football pitch or a rugby pitch, you're gonna hear swear words.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
But
Yeah.
I'd like to apologise to my mother for saying the C word like a
Sorry, Mandy.
number of times.
I think that when people use them too liberally is annoying.
Yeah.
And I speak as someone who used to swear a lot more than I do now.
Yeah, I swear. Charlie's a bad swearer. My mum actually commented on how bad his swearing was the post-Bosnia
Oh, really?
episode, which obviously emotions were high. So
when he went on that rant.
he did go on a rant.
Yeah.
And my mum was like, "Charlie's language, disgusting." And I don't know why my mum cares so much. She's seen it all. She was on the bloody Grange end in the 70s. Come on, Mandy.
I'm not going to say, Mandy, you've silenced me. Well done. I hope you're happy with yourself.
No, I like swearing. I think it's good. I also think it's really great filler. I know they did a bit on Distant Pod not too long ago about using fucking when you're like thinking.
Yeah.
But you fucking.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
fucking. I think
true.
it's such a great
Yeah,
filler.
yeah,
And I think
100%.
Welsh people swear in such a beautiful way.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm yet to film any sort of like, because obviously we film a lot of football and rugby, or we used to, a lot of changing rooms, team talks. They are basically, well,
All
you
swearing.
can't just put them, every other word is fuck.
Yeah.
So that is a lot, that takes ages to edit because you've got to bleep out every single one,
it
and
was
there's about 50.
I remember editing something after Bont in Europe in Andorra a couple of years ago, and I put it all together. And Griff texted me like, "Can you please take the swearing out?" Like I like when you listen to it back, because obviously he's like swearing in team talks and stuff. And I'm like, "Griff, I have to take the swearing out. I have to take like all your bits out, you know, because there's so much of it." But like all managers are like it. Like every dressing room I've ever been in, or every dressing room I've ever seen, whether it's like obviously, like they make a joke about it in Welcome to Wrexham, don't they? Like the Phil Parkinson one, is like they make a joke of it, but like at every level. When we were filming. You weren't in, or you didn't do the game with us. You didn't end up in the Barry changing room, did you? After they won, me and Charlie King shot in there.
But
that was swearing. And we had you edited it. You had to do all the bloody bleeps, didn't you?
That bleep machine was rinsed. Yeah,
it's crazy, and I think I like it. So
yeah,
it
is what it is.
I like swearing. Anyway, Greg, look, it's the end of May, which means football is going to sleep for a while. So I'm feeling quite reflective.
Okay.
And I just thought I'd sort of, it's been a great season. A season that started quite early, and obviously there's no World Cup this summer. So I'm sort of just feeling a bit like, what a ride it's been.
Yeah.
What a ride. And my season started in June last year. So we're almost 12 months on from the first game I watched last year, which was the 17th of June.
Yep.
A friendly between Penybont and Cardiff Drax. And then obviously had the European adventure with Penybont. Went to Airdrie, which was nice. First time I'd ever been to a Scottish football ground. And then obviously Lithuania. And then not long after, me and you and Charlie, we went to Hamburg to see St. Pauli. And I just think like...
It's been a good footballing season, really, in a lot of ways.
Couple of heartbreaks along the way. Obviously, it's, Cardiff being promoted is a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm hedging my bets here because we're actually recording this before.
Stop peeking
No,
by the curtain.
I know, but I've said that and I feel like I was going to try and blag it and hope for the best.
I know, I thought
But
that.
what if
they just crumble? They need a draw this weekend. I think that's where we are.
They're going to go up. I mean, it'll be fine.
I believe the date this goes out, the playoff final would be this coming Sunday.
Yes.
So,
oh my God, yeah.
So, yeah. If that is wrong, then my word. But Cardiff have been promoted, and that's great.
Yes.
Ponter in Europe, I think that might be a bit of a wishful thinking.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
But, it's been a great season of Cymru Prem football. We had the 2 cup finals we've been to have just been unbelievable. The Barry winning, Carnarvon winning, Wrexham, who knows what happened to them? Newport, who knows what happened to them?
They could be, God, yeah.
So weird, that idea.
Isn't it great, though, that there's so much jeopardy for all the Welsh clubs coming towards the end of the season? It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, and people listening now will know what's happened.
But right now we don't, and that's magical.
Now we don't. But I think, like, in terms of just, like, the football season as a whole, we've had some really good moments, and I think just, like, that St. Pauli one was a great way to kick things off, wasn't it? And I think it changed the course of Alternative Wales in a weird way.
It did, and we also went to Merthyr Hereford. Don't forget that. That was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
we've had a good range of football. I think
I watched the Uzbekistan Cup quarter-final.
Yeah,
Dinamo Samarkand. Me and my dad went on a whim. We didn't even know the game was on. We drove past the ground. Footballogy up. Oh my God, there's a game on tonight. Dreadful level of football, but my word, what an experience.
What was it? Dinamo what?
Dinamo Samarkand.
Nice.
The first night in Uzbekistan, what a way to do it. That was
class.
such a good trip.
Yeah.
Such a good, went to Kazakhstan with Wales. We've been all over with Wales. Yeah. Obviously, ultimately didn't qualify for the World Cup, but that's besides the point. We're going to Romania in a couple of weeks, Greg.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That's a nice...
we haven't already been to Romania and land, have we?
No. Just that'll be about a fortnight from now.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, yes. Yep. Yeah. Going to see Dracula's castle.
Yeah.
See the big man himself.
Yeah.
Big Drac. Big bad Drac. So, I just think, like, it's nice to look back at a season. Any particular other, like, games or grounds or somewhere you've been this season that stood out to you?
Just trying to think of the highlights. I really enjoyed going to see St. Pauli. That was a lot of fun.
Proper bucket listing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and just the whole thing, like you said, like inspired us and what we do quite a lot. So that was really good. It was really fun as well. Ended up supporting the other team.
Yeah.
Well, I did anyway, because, if they'd won, that would have been hilarious. Just trying to think. I actually really enjoyed that Merthyr game. I thought it was brilliant. It was like a proper old school football occasion, and I just really enjoyed that. So, yeah.
I think, those experiences, like I think the St. Pauli one, it was like elite level football. Yeah. Bundesliga, one of the top, leagues in the world. Well, it wasn't it was a DFB Pokal, but they're a Bundesliga team. But it still felt like such an authentic experience on the terrace, being able to drink, people smoking weed, the flags, the tifos, the displays, and just like everything around the ground. I thought like was such a really, I loved it. And hopefully, maybe we should try and get a couple of European adventures to clubs before the end of the year.
I want that to be our tradition going forward. Every year we go to one of the early cup games.
Yeah, somewhere else in Europe.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
Let's do it. Greg, we reflected just then, and I think in this theme of reflection, we have a new feature to reflect on some of Wales's greatest people and things.
Yes. So we thought of this when we were thinking about, it's 150 years of the FAW.
Yes.
So what better way to celebrate than this?
Yeah.
And we just want to be able to celebrate the best people that Wales has to offer.
Or moments or things.
Or whatever. Yeah, so it's called the Pride of Wales Awards.
And we have a jingle, don't we?
And we have a jingle. Let's play it.
That's it. Okay, you've asked the questions. I've given you the answers. My resignation's been accepted. Thank you very much indeed. Wish you well.
You've probably seen two poor sides trying to contest this group. None of us got a glimmer of hope of qualifying. That's fact what I've just seen today.
I've had some bad times where I got caught having sex in the car with a wife. Unfortunately, it wasn't my wife. I'm not a bad lad. I'm just happy-go-lucky, you know?
Yeah. You're sitting there behind the desk, supposed to be neutral. You tell me who you'd pick in there then.
I'd pick Robbie.
Well, there you go. Carry on, guys.
As you see the pictures, I lashed out and I kicked him.
In the face?
Yeah.
Dean Saunders scored for us. I'm like, what are you thinking, you dick?
Live from the Canopy in Cardiff, this is the Pride of Wales Awards.
So, Greg, what is the Pride of Wales Award?
So we want to recognise Wales's biggest characters.
The weird and wonderful.
The weird and wonderful. So obviously we got the Pride of Britain Awards, and that's it's a very lovely ceremony, but we are anti-Team GB in every way.
Correct. So, yeah. Even nice moments. Do you know what? If someone offered me a Pride of Britain Award, I'd turn it down.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
It can go there with the knighthood that I'll no doubt get.
Yeah.
Because I'll be high up the list.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah. So, yeah, we want to recognise...
Would you take a Victoria Cross?
No.
I wouldn't fight for the British Crown, would I? No.
What's your cross for?
Oh, Jesus.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate.
Yeah. Who's on the end of the Victoria Cross? Prince Albert header.
2-1.
2-1. Jesus saves. But Prince Albert scores with a rebound, brother.
Lovely. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a name of a piercing on the bell end.
Yeah. It is.
What a legacy that is.
I know, unbelievable.
Anyway.
The last place that I would get pierced.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Agreed.
Pride of Wales Awards. So yeah, the biggest legends basically. So you'll understand once we get into it the vibe that we're going for.
Yeah.
So we're going to nominate people.
Every time we do this, we'll all bring someone different to the table.
Yeah.
Greg is going to start things off.
Yeah. So
this week,
my nomination is Mickey Thomas.
Of course, what a place to start.
And my mum, I was telling my mum about this idea.
Yeah.
Not a football fan, but she was like, "Oh yeah, I've met Mickey Thomas," and I was like, "What?" She's got a Mickey Thomas anecdote. And she has sent it across, so we'll play that now.
It was 1985 and I was 19. I got myself a hotel reception job at the Inn on the Avenue, which is at the time a prestigious hotel in Cardiff. We accommodated a lot of high-profile guests, including the then Welsh Football Squad. One evening, there was a heated discussion at the bar, and suddenly a very irate Mickey Thomas rushed up to reception and demanded I organise him a cab to North Wales. I wasn't sure he was serious, as taxis for me were a really used luxury after a night out. He was followed by Kevin Ratcliffe and Edin Naidswakey very loudly trying to stop him. I think they had a match the following day. It turns out that he'd had a row with his girlfriend who was, I think, in Colwyn Bay and wanted to go back immediately to make it up.
Night before a game.
I gave him a price that made me faint, but I can't actually remember if he went or not. Yes, lots of happy memories from the Inn on the Avenue. Including myself and a couple of the other reception team going to ritzy clubbing with some of the Welsh squad. That was definitely a highlight.
Well,
and I hope there was no
funny
snogging,
business,
funny business whatsoever. But there we go. So my mum used to work, like she said, in Inn on the Avenue, which is an old hotel in Llanedin. I think it's like a Mercure something.
Where's that then?
It's off the motorway, just by Llanedin, by like Kincoed.
Yeah.
And then you go to the there's like the roundabout for the M4.
Yeah.
It's just off there.
I think that's a Premier Inn now, is it?
It's one of them. It's a chain.
Yeah,
it's nowhere near as like luxurious as it would have been back then. But yeah, that's my mum's Mickey Thomas anecdote.
Yeah.
So I think that's a nice way. So that obviously, that sums him up as a character, I think. That he was willing to do that. Yeah, the night before a game is hilarious. And then the little added detail of Kevin Ratcliffe and Eddie Nice-Wakey chasing after him like, no, don't. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall to see some of these the stories that went on. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's not even in his top 10 crazy moments.
No, the thing with Mickey Thomas is, like, my knowledge of Mickey Thomas is like who he is now, and he seems like such a funny, gentle, like nice wholesome guy, and like he just loves Wrexham. He cared amazingly for Joey Jones as he sort of like, he suffered from dementia, and he was amazing for Joey, and like he clearly is just a lovely, lovely man. And obviously, I think we mentioned a few podcasts ago about he'd done a half marathon in the States.
He ran a New York half marathon. Like, they flew out after the Swansea game. They literally flew out that morning, next morning at 4 a.m, and then he ran it on the Sunday.
Yeah,
and he's 74.
Which is insane. 74 is he?
74,
and I reckon he'd run it faster than Phillips.
And the health problems that he's had as well, which we'll touch on, that he's overcome. That is incredible. I didn't know that, actually.
And I just think, like, as a human being, he's brilliant, and he's clearly such a character. And I think you will indulge.
He's 71.
71. If I can run a half marathon, I can't run a half marathon now. But if I'm capable of playing five-a-side at least when I'm 71, then
can we find out what Mickey T's time was? Do you know his time?
Yeah, Charlie, do some research while Greg starts his case for Mickey Thomas to be a recipient of the Pride of Wales Award.
Yep, and I've got an award, actually, for anyone who can guess correctly his middle name. It's a great middle name.
Is it? So Michael, I assume, is his...
Yep.
Roger?
You fucking hell, you're really close there.
Really?
That must be in your head.
Such a name of the time, isn't it? Nigel, Roger, a lot of like G's around then, didn't they?
Right, so it starts with R.
It starts with R.
There is a G in there.
Okay.
It's not Roger, but it's close.
I think I know then. If it's in the Roger sphere with an R and a G.
It's like an...
Reginald.
Correct.
Is it really?
Michael Reginald Thomas.
What a name.
It's a great name.
MRT.
Yeah, MRT. He was born in Mochdrare, Wales.
Yeah. Pigtown?
Pigtown.
Wales is class.
A small village near Colwyn Bay.
Yeah.
He left school without being able to read or write.
Wow.
But he was playing in the Conwy League men's team by the age of 13.
Brilliant. What a boy.
You wouldn't get that nowadays.
And he would have been tiny, I imagine, because he's quite tiny, a small man.
Tiny as an adult,
obviously.
But obviously incredibly skillful, which was something he was known for when he got to first team level. So this is a quote from him. "My life has had some highs and lows. I was a kid growing up on a rough council estate. We didn't have much money and I was thick. I couldn't spell even my own name, so writing off for trials was hard." Which is incredible that he did that.
People still write for trials now, mind.
Which is mad as well.
Because I still have access to the Penabont accounts. I get messages all the time.
More Instagram now than writing letters.
Yeah, so people will message on Instagram from all over the world.
Yeah.
It's insane. And they send like little videos and stuff. It's quite interesting.
It's mad. Yeah, it's a whole world, isn't there?
Yeah, like just blokes from Africa just being like, "Can I come to play for Penabont? I have always supported you," sort of thing. I'm like, "Of course you have."
Yeah,
cheers, mate.
At least be honest.
Yeah.
When I was must have been 6 or 7, I wrote a letter to Liverpool.
Did you?
Being like,
"Any luck?
I think I'm good enough." Give me the call up. They sent back like a big pack, obviously for people who write in. With loads of it. It was actually really nice what they sent back. Yeah. With like a letter from Gerard Houllier, who was manager at the time.
Oh, really?
With like a little thing.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. So he ended up at Wrexham at the age of 15. He did his apprenticeship. This is an overlook that modern football doesn't have the apprenticeship anymore, which is something that I always love hearing about. So it was like cleaning the senior players' boots, helping maintain the stadium. That one really makes me laugh because that is just crazy to think in this day and age of that happening. It's child labour. But yeah, so he went through his apprenticeship, became pro and made his debut at 17 for Wrexham. Big money move to Manchester United, 300k.
That's a lot of money at that time.
A lot of money at that time.
So
he was
what
highly
year was
rated.
that?
I think it was 1980.
So that, I mean, like
1979, late 70s.
When Clough signed, who's your man who played on the wing?
The £1 million Trevor Francis.
Trevor Francis, first £1 million player, wasn't he? But that was probably late 80s.
Yeah.
So for early 80s, 300 grand is a serious chunk of cash.
It was a wedge. So they had just won Wrexham had just won the Welsh Cup and the Division 3 title.
Yeah.
So I think he had a lot of options to move up higher, and Manchester United, obviously massive club. went there, struggled with the pressure, ended up going to Everton in 1981. And he lasted only 4 months at Everton because he refused to play a reserve team game.
Wow.
So he was coming back from injury and they wanted him to get back to full fitness. But he refused. So they let him go. And it was back in the day where the transfer window wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
signed for them. Yeah, he signed for Everton in like the July or August and then left in the November.
Yeah.
Which is mad because he was an Everton fan growing up as well. So I think that was quite sad for him.
Yeah.
But Howard Kendall, I think, was just like no nonsense. And you can't really blame him for that. And this is a quote from him from Mickey Thomas. I told the manager that I'd never done that before and I wasn't about to start. At the time, I believed my stand was right. But looking back, I suppose I was too hasty. He went to Brighton next. And again, he made a bit of a mess of things. So he said he told the club that his wife was unhappy with the lifestyle there and he wanted to leave. So he kept going back to North Wales and not turning up for training.
Well,
it's a long way. He wasn't getting a taxi though. I think he was probably driving. And then he basically, when he ended up leaving, he basically said that Brighton had tricked him into signing for the club by getting him drunk. So that was his like excuse for signing for them in the first place. Yeah. So he kept going AWOL basically to force the club to sell him, which is mad. And again, not a thing that really happens now.
Well,
they force their way out. They force their way out of clubs.
Yeah, like Isaac last summer, obviously.
But it's more official.
United as well.
Yeah, they kind of
down tools job sort of thing.
They do down tools, yeah, and they go on strike, whatever. Actually, that's true. They go home. Gardacho went home, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think
Isaac was back to training by himself in Sweden and stuff.
His brother like stirred a load of stuff up, and then like, it found out that basically his brother was the main leak at United.
Oh,
and that
wow.
was kind of the point there. So it's like, every time Garnacho was in the squad, the entire starting 11 would leak, and you'd be like, but it's not when Garnacho's in the squad. That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
and it kind of became a bit of a thing. And you're like,
obvious that he was trying to mug off the club.
Yeah.
Okay, it does happen, but I thought that was quite interesting that he just kept disappearing for like days on end, then he'd come back, and then he would disappear again rather than like an absence, a prolonged absence. So he left for 200 grand then in the summer for Stoke. And to rub salt in the wounds, when Brighton played Stoke in the early stages of the following season, he played really well and scored a goal. So that would have been not ideal for Brighton. What he did do, though, which I thought was quite an interesting insight into his personality. So he was entitled to 25 grand as like a signing on fee maybe, or like a leaving fee, as like a payoff for leaving your contract early, which he didn't take. And he said, it was a rash gesture on my part for all the trouble I'd caused Brighton. I wasn't going to take the piss entirely and pocket a hefty cheque I didn't believe I warranted. That was one hell of an expensive way to say sorry. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? That he had that sort of, that feeling of, he knew he'd let them down, even though at the same time he was saying that they had tricked him into signing for them. So, interesting. When he signed for Chelsea, right, this is mad. He couldn't afford to live in London. So this is a direct quote, I'd stay in a hostel for homeless people, cost me a tenner, or I'd drive to the bridge from the training ground at Harlington, obviously Stamford Bridge, get the key off a groundsman and stay in the ground. I'd sometimes have a kickabout on the pitch. Then I'd sleep in the referee's room or in the dressing room. I wasn't on my own. I had some female companions.
What a guy.
That doesn't happen anymore.
God, if those walls could talk.
But his wife is the issue. That's why he had to leave Brighton, yeah?
Well,
brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what he was.
Maverick.
He was a scoundrel.
He was
a maverick.
Which I think leads us on probably nicely to where we're going next when he was at Chelsea.
Okay, so I haven't got anything else, so you tell me what else is there.
Well, it's the fake money scandal with Chelsea,
No,
wasn't
he was
it?
at Wrexham.
Oh, he's at Wrexham? I thought that was when he was at Chelsea, but...
No, it's coming.
Okay, let's keep it moving then, Greg.
So
I'll leave you...
the next few years, he went through a few clubs, including the fantastically named Wichita Wings.
Wichita.
Yeah. What were they?
It's a place in America.
They were an indoor soccer franchise.
Indoor.
Based
Original
in Kansas.
Ballers League.
Yeah, based in Kansas.
Yeah.
So that's strange that Mickey Thomas...
Nate, have you seen their logo? It's the Wonder Woman logo.
That
Wichita.
font as well, like Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Wichita
That's
Wings.
class. It looks like the original WWF logo as well.
It does, yeah.
Capacity 9,681.
Also, one of the great songs of all time is Wichita Lineman. Have you ever heard that?
No.
I am a lineman for the county.
Have you seen...
What a song.
Have you seen Paul Rudd's reaction of Elbow singing that? So
yeah, it's
on
he's
Radio 2.
Radio 2, or is it 6 Metre, whatever it is.
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
isn't it, I think. He's in the room and they cover it, don't they?
Yeah, and it's like, this is my favourite song ever.
Yeah,
By my
yeah.
favourite, you're my favourite band,
it's
and
an
this is my favourite
unbelievable
song that's by someone else. Because I listened to this.
Paul Rudd, what a guy.
I listened to this the other day because I saw it and I was like, I've never heard the full thing. And then I listened to
Oh.
Johnny Cash's version, actually.
It's such you'd like it, Greg, because I know you like country adjacent. It's like what country should be.
Okay, I was
It's
going
like
to
one
say,
of-
because you normally don't like country.
No, I reckon like it would probably be in a lot of like Rolling Stones 100 best songs of all time. It would probably be high on like a lot of those.
Oh, okay.
It's an unbelievable song. Wichita Lineman.
He must have listened to that at the time. Then it would have been
Yeah,
out by
maybe
then,
that's
wouldn't
what
it?
inspired him.
Yeah, crazy that at that time in his career.
I bet he was a bit of a linesman in his day as well at times.
Yeah.
Not to sort of cast
Let's
aspersions.
not ledge, but yeah, probably.
The North Wales.
Yeah,
North Wales' greatest pastime.
Oh yeah. Indoor soccer franchise, crazy to do that stage in his career, and I think he was still in his
This
early.
is before he came to Wrexham and did what he did at Wrexham the second time around.
Yeah, so this was in the 80s.
Brilliant.
Before.
I bet there was a bit of cash floating about there, mind.
Oh, what at the Wings?
At the Wichita Wings, yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
Indoor soccer. I'd love to see some footage of that. If there's any footage out there, let us know. Especially of Mickey Thomas playing. He ended up back at Wrexham after going around the houses, a few more clubs, where he had his highest high and his lowest low. So the high, tell me what the high was. You know the high.
He scored the free kick against Arsenal to knock them out of the FA Cup.
Correct.
And what a free kick.
What a free kick.
What a moment.
It's got to be the most replayed goal of Wrexham's history, you would say.
Oh, Wrexham's history. It's one of the most replayed goals in FA Cup history.
True.
Like whenever like there's like packages about giant killings, there's always...
They were the champions at the time, weren't they? Or no?
I don't know. I wouldn't
can't
be able
remember.
to be comfortable in saying that. But obviously, like, yeah.
They were a top side. They would have won the league not long before.
Like, if you talk, like, great cup giant killings, that's always mentioned. And Ronnie Radford, Hereford is always mentioned. And they're, like, the big two.
Yeah.
From, like, the late 20th century. So, he's part of that. And what a...
And he was, like, in his mid to late 30s by then, I think. And he just pinged one in. Top bins from... It's a crazy free kick. I watched it again recently because I used it for an opener for Wrexham in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Class.
Cliche.
One of the greatest giant killings of all time.
I mean, yeah, as I just attested to.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, not as good as Cardiff Leeds in 2001, but, you know.
Yeah. Debatable. During this time then, this is where the other stuff comes in. That was the highs, here come the lows.
Yeah.
So he was attacked by two men for having an affair with the wife of his ex-wife's brother.
Right. So his brother-in-law's wife.
Yeah, ex-brother-in-law.
Yeah.
The husband was one of the attackers.
Nice. Thomas
was hit with a hammer and stabbed with a screwdriver.
Jeez.
Forcing him to be admitted into hospital with multiple stab wounds. This was in Dyserth. D-Y-S-E-R-T-H. Dyserth.
D-Y-S?
Dyserth. E-R-T-H. Clwyd, North Wales. And then he obviously, the most famous one, went to prison for laundering counterfeit money.
Of course.
So what happened there was he was taking he wasn't printing the money himself, but he was taking it and helping to launder it by giving
Just
it
following
to...
orders.
Say again? Just following orders, yeah.
The greatest excuse of all time.
Yeah. And he was giving it to youth players, Wrexham youth players.
Nice.
And they got caught because they were trying to spend it in a nightclub in Buckley.
Wow.
And then
nightclub in Buckley is in itself a bit of a wow.
I know. And then it came back to them. They just immediately said, well, we got it from Mickey Thomas. Great. Snitches.
Also love the Welsh version of Buckley. Buckle.
I think it's Buckler, is it?
Buckler, is it? Yeah, Buckler.
B-W-C-L-E.
Yeah, I thought it was Buckler. Yeah, Buckler.
Yeah, I suppose if it was in English, that would be Buckle.
Yeah.
But well, Buckler.
Never been actually to Buckley.
I've driven past the sign for it.
The Tivoli is one of like a venue that always pops up when bands do tours. I'm just intrigued with the Tivoli and Buckley.
They've got a football club in Buckley, haven't they?
Yeah,
That's quite one of the oldest.
They're in the Cymru North.
Is that one of the oldest in Wales, Buckley?
They'd be up there because it's in that region, isn't it? That's in the northwest Wrexham satellite town region.
Sure, I remember.
Rwabon, Buckley, Gresford.
They might have even won the Welsh Cup.
They might have
one of those teams.
Yeah, one of those teams, like early doors.
Yeah.
Or at least thereabouts.
Yeah. Anyway, so when he was in prison, shenanigans followed, as you can imagine. So but this is one of the quotes. In the holding pen at Walton, so which is the prison in Liverpool that he was in, there was this big guy kicking this tray around. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You that footballer?" Yes. If anybody touches you, I'll kill them. Great. I had somebody to look after me. He was in for violence. I could tell by the way he was kicking the tray around, but he looked after me.
That's what you need.
That's what you need when you're a little guy who's got done for a non-violent crime.
Yeah. Do you ever wonder how you'd handle being in prison, Greg?
Badly.
Oh, I'd be awful.
Fucking hell.
I would literally buckler.
Buckler under the pressure.
Oh, awful. I'd have to try and make some sort of friends.
Yeah.
But I think to make proper friends, you've got to be a bad guy.
This is it. You've got to earn respect somehow, haven't you?
Yeah. It's a tough one. Yeah. I often, have anxiety dreams about being in prison.
Yeah.
I remember, when Orange is the New Black was all the rage.
I
watched loads of that. Every time it would come out, I'd binge watch it.
Yeah.
And then, I'd always think about prison and being in prison. And,
yeah.
Not
for the faint-hearted.
It's not for me.
I saw a documentary. Do you remember? It was on Netflix a couple of years ago, I think, about... It was like a prison experiment where they basically gave the prisoners the kind of control over the prison, and all the doors were opened, and they had to be democratic in their decision making. It was really, really interesting. And it was violent criminals. And and it was really, really good. But I remember watching that and thinking, God, I couldn't cope with these people.
Any prison documentary I've watched is just the Louis Theroux ones.
Yeah, they're all in America, to be fair. But
have you ever watched Time, I think it's called? I only watched the first series.
No.
I think it's Stephen Graham. It was a BBC thing. And it's about prison. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
Good. There's a second series about a women's prison, but I never got around to watching it. So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, besides
wouldn't
the
be
point.
good. This is my favourite story, I think. I was fortunate enough that the prison officers used to look after me and take me out for a drink and that. Obviously, because I played for various clubs, I'd tell stories about my time there. And I went out with these two officers. One was a West Brom fan, and I'd played for them, so I was telling them a few football stories in the pub. And they said, we've got to go back to the jail now. So I said, I'll tell you a few more stories if you can get me another drink. So they said, no problem. We got back to the jail and it was about 12 o'clock and it was locked. They said to me, we've got a massive problem here. It's locked. So I said, what are we going to do? And they said, it's not what we're going to do. It's what you're going to do. You're going to have to climb back in. So they got me a ladder and I climbed back in.
That's brilliant.
So that is mad, isn't it?
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
He is the definition of a scamp.
Yeah.
Because it's all fairly harmless stuff. Yeah. Obviously, sleeping with other people's wives, not necessarily harmless. But it's not he's not violent. It's not nasty.
No.
It's not from a place of
out and out malice.
Out and out malice. He's just a cheeky chappy that gets into classic scrapes.
Classic scrapes.
And obviously a very talented footballer.
Yeah.
Great period with Wales. He's probably in one of those great teams that fell short a couple of times.
Yes.
Are you going to get on to his Wales stuff?
Well, I've got just a little few lines about his Wales stuff. So made 51 caps and scored 4 goals with his big highlight coming in 1980 when he scored in the 4-1 win against England at the racecourse.
Yeah.
So
good is still Ian Walsh's Twitter handle. It's just his Twitter handle is at WAL4ENG1.
That's for the last time we beat them, I think, is it?
No, we beat them 1-0 in 80. I want to say 84. Mark Hughes scored.
Okay.
I think we beat them 4-1 and then we beat them a few years later 1-0.
Yeah.
But I remember rewatching that 4-1. It was one of the games they showed during lockdown. Remember?
Yes,
BBC?
I remember.
And it's
as
at the
well,
racecourse, and England are wearing that nice Admiral shirt they had as well, the red and blue.
Yeah.
And their back four is appalling that day. It's Phil Thompson's playing. Weird, England were quite shit from after winning the World Cup in '66. They probably weren't that good again until Italia '90. The 80s and what happened? Talk to me. They didn't qualify for 74, I think. So they had a really shit time in 70, retaining it. I think 74, 78, 82 and 86. Obviously 86 was hand of God. But those are the 3 World Cups in the middle of it. I have no idea what happened to England. No. I know they didn't qualify for at least one of them.
I have no idea.
Exactly, they were just really shit.
Phil Thompson is an interesting one, though. He was a European Cup winning captain.
Yeah.
So he wasn't a bad player.
No. But you look at that team that day, and usually if you see an England team at pretty much most points in their history, it feels quite star-studded.
Yeah.
But at that point, I feel it was quite a depth. And then until the 90s when you had the late 80s, early 90s when you had Hoddle and Gascoigne and Lineker. But even Euro 88, they had a stinker. Anyway, I'm talking about England now. But
I'm just finding the
Yeah, I'm watching Wichita Wings footage at the moment. Sorry, but I genuinely found it.
Is it good?
There's like full games online.
Is it 11-a-side?
Nah, it's like 7-a-side indoor. The quality is fucking garbage. And that's
Charlie, maybe this is what we should do.
This is our level. I found
After some
level,
of the performances we put in, I could manage a
San
successful...
Diego Sockers have just scored.
Sockers?
Sockers, not double C.
CKER, Sockers. San Diego Sockers.
Yeah, I've just scored a goal against the Wichita Wings. It is the 84-85 season, so Thomas should be in the squad. I just can't find any footage of him playing.
He's probably on the piss somewhere, isn't he?
So that England team was Ray Clements, Phil Neal, Phil Thompson, Larry Lloyd, how he's not Welsh, no idea. Trevor Cherry, never heard of him. Glenn Hoddle, Trevor Brookin, not bad. Ray Kennedy, good player, but maybe a bit old by that point, can't remember. Steve Coppell, Paul Mariner, and Peter Barnes. Well, so yeah, you're right. There's a few big names in there, but it's not. Ray Clements was a top keeper as well.
Whereas that Wales squad, it feels like at the time you had like Southall and Ratcliffe, who were like in that Everton team, who were like the best team at the time.
Southall didn't play.
Did he not? That's 80 though, is it? Sorry.
This is the 4-1.
The 4-1. Oh yes, so it's just before Southall then, I guess. And before Ratcliffe.
So in goal was Di Davis,
of course.
Paul Price,
right? David
Jones, Peter Nicholas.
Yeah, Peter Nicholas must. How he didn't get 100 caps is mad. He was still playing in he played in that Romania game in '93. Oh, really? Yeah,
fucking hell.
Yeah.
And then after that, though, it's quite big names then. So we've got Joey Jones, Leighton James, Brian Flynn, Terry Yorath, Mickey Thomas, Ian Walsh, David Giles.
Yeah.
So
it's a good side, though.
It's a good side.
So,
and Mickey Thomas, that was his first international goal in that game. Brilliant. As well, which I didn't realise.
That was at the racecourse, right?
It was at the racecourse. People who were around then might be able to correct us on this, because I've put that as his highlight for Wales, but I don't know if he did anything else in a Wales shirt. He did 51 caps, so, but I don't know what his key moments were for Wales.
Because the 80s were a funny one, weren't they? Because we were sort of almost qualifying for tournaments, but we weren't. It wasn't like a 76... Joe Jordan, obviously in that 80s period, I guess it's the Iceland one where the floodlights failed.
I'm sure we reached the quarterfinals, didn't we? We reached the quarterfinals of the Euros.
That was 76.
That was 76, was it?
That was the team of 76 in the red, the yellow and the Admiral kits.
I'm sure we lost to Yugoslavia.
That was in
the 80s as well, though,
again,
at some point. Yeah, don't know them.
Yeah, they had probably a lot going on then after that, didn't they, Yugoslavia?
Yeah, they were quite busy.
Yeah. Also, he played in the greatest Wales kits. I think that 80s period, it's the Adidas one with the stripes across the front, it's Adidas one with the yellow, the white sleeves, and I think by the end of it, it's the Hummel one.
Yeah.
That's 3 of the best kits, I think.
Yeah, agreed. So yeah, that's Mickey Thomas. In later life, he's managed to get sober, which is great, because I think a lot of those escapades that we're kind of we're not poking fun, but we're making light of. A lot of it was alcohol related. I think at Manchester United, he struggled a lot under the pressure, as I referenced, and he used drink, I think, to overcome a lot of that.
I think the culture of football at the time was, you just got pissed.
If you couldn't cope, you didn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't it was toxic masculinity then, wasn't it?
Yeah, even worse. So I think that, but he's managed to get sober. He also had stomach cancer, and he overcame that 2019.
Well done, mate.
Well, 2019 he was diagnosed. 2021 he had chemo and everything and got through it. So fair play. And for me, a very, very strong nomination to start for the Pride of Wales Awards.
What a start. And I think how this is going to work is every time we do it, which will be every few episodes, we'll bring someone each different, we'll sell it, and then maybe that end of year pod, so the Christmas special, we will... people will vote maybe on who they think should be,
who should get the red plaque,
who should win the original Pride of Wales award, and we will, and as long as they're still alive, or even we can posthumously award it to family members, we'll go and give it to someone.
Maybe we could have the kind of the posthumous.
Yeah. Charlie's living in a posthumous world now. He's tried it. Finally, he's caught up with the rest of it.
I haven't had a chance to tell you my Mickey Thomas story.
Oh yeah, well, then sorry.
Which is a very short story, but that
short man.
He is a short man.
Not the shortest play for Wales, though. I think that's still Jay De Silva.
He always says hi when I work at Wrexham and I'm around the club. He always says hi, Dave. He's such a nice bloke. And then after the Swansea game, he came in to where we were working and said hi, because he knows people like Amy at the club and everything. And he introduced himself. And I was like, I fucking know who you are, mate.
Yeah, that's class.
Like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, hi, I'm Mickey. And I was like... Yes, I know. And I was like, oh, Charlie, I know who you are. Don't worry. I was like,
yeah.
Like, I just don't think he's just so. I don't know how you can obviously have all of the life experience and then be it seems to be very, very normal and nice.
Yeah.
It just feels like he's home at Wrexham and he's so comfortable there, which is class as well.
Yeah. I've a lot of people I've worked with who have worked with him, because there's a lot of punditry now, doesn't
Yeah.
say that he's really, really lovely.
Yeah.
And like he makes a point of like talking to people and which is like not like it's a small thing, but you'd be surprised how often it doesn't happen. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So what a start, Mickey Thomas. He is in the list of nominations.
Mickey, you're so fine.
You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey Mickey. Yeah, little cheeky poet's call.
New chant.
Yeah.
I mean, should have been.
Yeah.
Why weren't Wales fans singing that in the 80s?
I know.
That would really upset me. Maybe they were. If you were there, get in touch.
Yeah. I also again just want to reiterate how everyone I spoke to about like when Joey Jones passed away, everyone said how amazing Mickey was with Joey, because obviously they were just like the best of mates.
They both came through the Wrexham apprenticeship. I think they were together.
Yeah. And obviously I think Joey's from Llandudno, him and Neville Southall, obviously Mickey's from Mochtre near Colwyn Bay, so obviously they grew up very close locations, probably played in the same youth teams and stuff, and by all accounts he was just fantastic when Joey obviously was struggling with his health towards the end. So I think that just sort of shows the measure of the man, and I think he would like drive him round and give him lifts and stuff, and was essentially one of his primary carers, which I think is, lovely. If my mates are looking after me when I'm in my 70s, you got good mates in, haven't you? So
definitely
big up Mickey Thomas.
Yep.
What a start!
Mickey.
What a start! Looking forward to the next one. I've got to rack my brains to try and top that now.
Time for a mini game.
Time for a mini game.
Do we have time, Charlie?
Yeah.
Let's do it then.
Time for a mini game, Greg.
Time for a mini game. I thought we were already rolling then.
Okay,
that was part of the chat.
No, we'll leave that one in as well. We'll both
time
for a mini game.
I think it might be time for a mini game.
Right.
Hang on. Let me just check the time. I think it's time for a mini game, Charlie. We got time for a mini game?
We have.
3, 2, 1.
Jordan James, he's done it again. He just cannot stop suggesting games.
System shut down.
So Jordan James was super impressed with you doing the 100 club game, 5-a-side team now. These 100 caps.
Thank you, Jordan.
So he said, I'm going to make it more difficult for you both. Oh. Did you just dribble on yourself?
I did, yeah.
Brilliant. I'm going to keep going. So Greg just spilled his water on himself for audio listeners. Anyway, so what you're going to do is...
If you're not watching on YouTube at this point, then give your head a wobble.
Yeah, look at the production value. We've got lights and everything. Look at it.
Look at the bloody stuff. We've got a carpet on the telly.
Carpet on the telly.
Carpet on the telly. I watched a woman once down a pint on first dates on the telly. One of the great moments, we were like, me, Ol, Josh, and a couple of others just round his house once, and like first dates was on in the background. You know, like when you just got TV on, and like whatever.
Another show Ryan should go on.
No, not sure. I don't think I'd give a good account of myself. Anyway, we're all just chatting, and now at the corner of my eye, some woman who's just about to go on a first date just downs a pint. I was like, bloody hell, she just downed a pint on the telly. It's become a line now.
It's good.
Downed a pint on the telly.
Nice, good.
Anyway, what's the bloody game, Charlie? Have we got time?
So, yeah. So, much as I said about the 5-a-side game previously, we're going to do that, but you're going to do it blind. So you're not going to be able to get the numbers back. You have to keep it under 100.
Oh.
And you're going to take turns naming them. I'm going to write the list down.
Oh, and so then, when we don't know as we're going.
You don't know as you go in.
Oh, I don't mind it, Greg.
And then
it's hard, but it's good.
And then in the editing world, Greg will manage to get it together so it's nice and smooth. But what I'll do is I'll add up as we go, and then I'll give a final result.
Okay, so you player,
and you can't list the same player, and you can't pick Ben Davis and loads of players with 0 caps.
Yeah,
every player has to have 1 cap.
They have to have 1 cap at least.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to start listing them off. I'm happy for you two to start going back and forth. Who would like to go first?
Should we do the old classic rock, paper, scissors, Greg?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
for all time's sake.
Rock, paper, scissors, go, yeah?
Yeah. A weird way of doing it.
What do you reckon?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
No.
On,
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
Temby rules.
Shocking. Just 3, 1, 2.
Saundersfoot rules.
West Wales rules. Right.
All the same place.
Rock. So hang on, it's hang on. I'm just trying to think of the Welsh. What would rock, paper, scissors be in Welsh
for this? Rock, I think, is carreg.
Yeah, carreg.
It will be stone,
papur.
but yeah, papur. Scissors. No, it wouldn't be skizzers.
No.
Scissors, there's probably a word for it.
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't matter,
probably
does it?
scissors, to be honest.
Okay, right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Come on then.
He's in. Right. Advantage, Greg. Early doors. Is it
listeners,
advantage? We don't know.
Paper.
My
Greg
went paper, I went rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Papur.
Dwayne.
Papur and Ciro.
Yeah.
Carreg.
There we go.
Let's do it. Okay.
Again, you have to have one goalkeeper.
That tension music just puts me off,
I'd love it if you forgets to put the tension music
we've
in.
Got to have a goalkeeper.
Yeah. It's a 5-a-side team. Ideally, it's got to make some sort of sense positionally.
Okay. All right. I'll go with Carl Darlow then. Yeah, nice, easy one at the start.
I'll go with Owain Fon Williams.
Okay. Cool. No doubt.
Why are you laughing so much?
Because this is really hard.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
Doing it blind. I'm thinking of all the players that have ever played for Wales.
Yeah.
I might gamble. I'm gonna go Mickey Thomas.
Okay.
What I will just say for listeners with a brain, Greg has just mentioned the number of caps that he has.
Yeah.
If Greg can remember that or not, it's a different question.
Did I just say how many caps Mickey Thomas has got?
Did, yeah.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Fuck, genuine.
Yeah.
Can you not remember the number?
No, I thought I said that
when we're doing Pride of Wales.
Oh no, I remember that.
Yeah. You didn't just say it then.
Oh, I was going to say that would have been mad.
We could have really remember the number.
I can remember the number. That's why I'm saying it.
Just checking.
I honestly was really worried for a second then. Fucking
right,
hell.
I'm going to go Rhys Weston. Former Cardiff legend. Big Rhys. Went to play in Norway for a while, maybe Iceland.
I have to keep the rest of these quite low now. Do I just go down the Charlie Crew?
Loving the Crew. Shout out. I don't actually know the rest of the song.
Loving the Crew, we're loving the Crew, we're loving the Crew, we're loving the Crew. That's it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go.
Take your nose off my keyboard. What you bothering me for?
Please. Now I need to.
There's a room full of. Can't say that word.
I'm going for current manager and losing Welsh Cup manager of Flint Town United, Steve Evans. Even though Lee Fowler's the manager, but if anyone from the licensing is listening, Lee Fowler is head of football now.
Yeah.
And Steve Evans is the current manager. But Steve Evans, I once had a chat with him in the Camden Cross Vaults.
Nice. So who have I got on my team so far?
Mickey Thomas and Carl Darlow. And Charlie Crew.
Loving the Crew. I'm going to chuck another Charlie in there. Yeah. Charlie Savage.
Shame we can't have a team full of Charlies. We all dream of a team full of Charlies. Oh, God. There's another joke about Charlie could be done there. North Wales' favourite pastime. Right, I've got two defenders in. I'm going to go into midfield and I'm going to go with... up front, Iwan Roberts.
Where's he from?
I didn't find that out yesterday, did I? Shit.
Don't worry about it.
That's bothered me again now.
Do it later. Shit. We're in the middle of a game.
He's from somewhere. He used to say it on Feast of Football all the time, and I can't remember where it is now, but his Wikipedia just says he was born in Bangor, obviously because of the hospital, and grew up near like Harlech. But there's a particular town he's from, and it bugs me now that I can't remember it.
It's not Dolgellau.
No, it's not. It's not like one of the big hitters.
Okay.
So, final pick for the both of you now, boys.
Okay, so I think that I've got Mickey Thomas, and I know he's got 51 caps because I said it earlier, and I remember that. I've got Carl Darlow, who's got probably like 10 caps ish.
Oh, are you thick?
No,
he's played like every one of Bellamy's games, mate.
Okay, he's got about 20 caps.
Yeah, probably closer to 20, isn't it?
That's fine. So I'm probably on about 71 there, and then
is it closer to 20 than it is 10?
Yeah, I don't think it's 20 because we'll have played 10 qualifying games and probably 6 nation leagues.
8 qualifying games, playoffs and friendly, a couple of other friendlies.
It's probably about 15.
6 Nations League games, which you didn't play all of them, to be fair. So
6 Nations?
He's a footballer, mate.
You beat me to it. I couldn't get the mic up in time.
Shut up, you absolute egg-chasing clowns. Peer review. I know where your loyalties lie. I know where your loyalties lie, and it's with the 3 feathers.
Stop bringing up the Six Nations then, Ryan.
Why are you talking about Six Nations for me?
Loving.
Just because you love rugby.
You establishment-loving rugby clowns.
Cricket fan. We'll leave it there.
Cricket fan. I liked cricket.
I like cricket. Nothing wrong with cricket.
There's nothing wrong with cricket, but he's talking about the fucking establishment.
That's not cricket. That's not Greg.
Not in Wales. We
I'll
don't
tell you
even
what's
have a
not
team.
cricket. What Carey does to Cresselli. We've already spoke about it in a previous podcast. He doesn't listen.
That was on After Dark as well, so you have to subscribe.
We make too much content for me to listen and consume and
Shocking.
make.
Shocking.
To be fair, yeah.
Okay, can I just concentrate for a second?
Well,
you just shut up. Because this has nothing to do with you.
I've got my final one, and I'm confident.
Fucking prick. Carl Darlow, he may have 20 caps, he may have 10. I think he's got 15. Mickey Thomas got 51, so that gets me to around the 65-70 mark. I've then gone for Charlie Crew and Charlie
Love in
Savage.
the Crew, actually, please.
Charlie Love in the Crew and Charlie, he's a savage. I reckon they've...
Sassy.
Yeah. I think they've probably got like 3 or 4 caps between them max, which leaves me...
Max?
Aww.
18 caviar Maxen.
So I've probably got maximum, being safe,
Talking about Max again.
20 caps
To play with,
roughly. And I do want to get close to 100, but it's risky. Because at first I was thinking of OTJ, but I think that he's got like 5 caps or something. I don't think he's got many at all.
Interesting.
I'm trying to like draw on past players that we may have used in this game, which is probably... Is that allowed?
Just go with it, Greg. Just go with it. You're thinking yourself into a bit of a situation here. I'm confident that I reckon I could be quite close to 100 with mine.
All right then.
I bet the blowing in the microphone wasn't annoying for listeners then, Greg.
Don't you start.
Because it's annoying for me. And it's
Any
in my
other
ear.
Charlies?
What are you looking for inspiration?
Just seeing if there's any players on here that I forgot about. Sam Vokes, he had more than we thought though. John Charlie. We could do a good 5-a-side Charlie team.
Yeah.
We should play another one
Charles
in the future.
Mel and John Charlie.
Yeah, 5-a-side teams with the same name in one of their names. Team of Reginald's. I got one more, and I had one in my head then, and then I got distracted. I'm just going to go. I always go for the Colwell brothers, but they just tend to be quite safe, and I think Ruben has got between 10 and 20. But then I would have to bank on... No, I didn't think he has got that many, actually, is he? And then I'd have to bank on Darlow having more than I originally thought.
He's scrambling.
I'm really
scrambling
now. I'm going to go with... Let me just have a think.
You've had a minute of scrambling then, Greg. You've had like 3.5 minutes, but that minute then of you explained the thought process.
How many caps did Bowden get? Big Paulie. He probably got a lot.
Paulie B.
Yeah, Big Paulie. Big Paulie B.
Paulie.
Sean DePaul.
Bowden.
Ex of my mother's.
Ruben Colwell.
Okay.
I think Colwell still got 10, didn't he? Because he hadn't had a cap for a while.
Yeah, he had 10, yeah. So I think that's got me, I reckon, between 80 and 90. Okay. I don't think it's going to be enough.
I'm going to go with Andy King.
Give me a second.
I've forgotten the other 4 you mentioned.
So I've got Owen Von Williams, which is 1.
Yeah.
Reece Weston, which I think is maybe 3 or 4. So that's like 5. Who's my other defender? Steve Evans, I think, has got 3. 8. Ewan Roberts has got 15, I think. So that's 23. And I think I've come way short now. Andy King, I reckon, is like mid-50s. Maybe 60. I reckon I'm short, actually. I've missed...
One of us has bust.
Shit.
Boys, if you both get your phones...
Yeah.
I'm going to read it off one by one so you can do the calculations in front of you.
Oh, this is good. This is like...
So, Ryan, you do Ryan's, Greg, you do Greg's. Greg's first choice was Carl Darlow, who has 14 caps. Good. Ryan's was Owen Von Williams, 1. Greg, lent on his previous knowledge...
Should have gone Joe Ledley.
Sorry, it made me
laugh.
Go on, Charlie. Greg went Mickey Thomas due to his prior research with 51. Ryan went Reece Weston, who has 7.
Okay, that's good because I thought it was a little bit less.
That's made up your
Charlie Loving the Crew, 2.
2, yeah.
Steve Evans, 7.
7? God, we were in the doldrums then. Lovely man. But my word, I thought again he had less than that. That Toshak era is just bonkers. We played some mad friendlies in that time as well.
We know how many Colwell's gone because Ruben Colwell has 10.
Yep. Okay. Oh, that leaves me with 77 with who was Charlie. We're nowhere near enough.
Ewan Roberts, 15.
I'm on 30. Now,
right.
I think if I'd gone for Joe Ledley, which was in my head, I believe he's on like 74. And I would have been thereabouts.
You would have been.
We can go bust over 100 though.
Over 100's bust. So you're on. What are you on now? Right.
30. Oh yeah.
You're on 30 and 4. And Greg, what are you on?
I'm on 77.
I don't know if Andy King got over 60 caps. I think he's over 50.
So.
Oh no. I got a feeling you've got this.
Well, give him Charlie Crew first, please, because he was the first to go.
Charlie Crew has already been done.
Charlie Savage, sorry.
Charlie
Sassy
Savage,
bougie.
2.
Yeah, not enough.
Both against Gibraltar, potentially?
Leaves Greg on 79.
Yeah, that's
right,
not
I know that Andy King, I think, broke the 50 cap mark. I'd be amazed if he didn't, because he was
50 on the head. Ryan wins by 1
50 on the head. Ryan wins by 1. Oh my word!
What did he get?
80.
Oh, good game,
yeah,
Greg.
That.
Greg, if I had gone for, go on.
If you went for Paul Bowden,
yeah,
you would have had 13 more, which puts you at 92.
And he
Paul Bowden had 23 caps. You mentioned
Paulie B.
We weren't playing as many games.
Yeah,
that's why I think Ryan would have went for it because he would have lent on that. But Greg, you had 2 on the bounce, 2 wins on the bounce there, and now
that's really, really hard to take.
I'm just looking at who in the 70 mark would have got me there. Joe Ledley had 77, so wouldn't have.
Bust you, yeah.
Harry Wilson, 69. Ivor Allchurch, 68.
You would have 99 then.
Yeah. And then Joey Jones, 72. So Harry Wilson would have been my best answer there, and I needed a midfielder. God, he's going to get 100 caps soon, isn't he, Harry Wilson? 31 caps off. That's probably, 3 years of football? He'd be one.
Three.
Is he the next one?
3 or 4. No, I think there's someone in the middle, isn't there?
No, he's the next one.
That's mad, that.
Because obviously Ben Davis got it in the last one. So Harry Wilson on 69, Dan James and Connor Roberts on 63, Ampadu and Joe Roden 61 and 60.
God, Ampadu has got 60.
I know. They're all going to be.
He's got 61. He's like, what, 24?
He's got 1,000 caps.
Bloody hell. Well, I really needed that.
Yeah.
And I promise.
1 point is huge.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Both poor. I think we both played quite conservative. Handbrake on then, wasn't it? That was handbrake.
It was.
Handbrake 5-a-side in there.
Yeah.
Sitting deep.
I should have been more adventurous.
Yeah.
Never mind. These things happen.
They do. My what I will do, this is a promise from me to the podcast and all the listeners, by the time we do our next record, I will have the running scores. Because we're probably quite close now, aren't we?
I think so, yeah.
We'll have the running scores. I think what I am going to do, though, is officially remove the Dean Saundersfoot game from the record. Because since doing that game, we have spoken to Billy Webb, and he has clarified that it's not a game to compete against.
Yeah, it's a
team game.
Did you win that game?
I can't remember, to be honest.
I didn't know this had been clarified.
Yeah, he came to the social club event for the Bosnia game, and we had a chat to him about it. You're actually supposed to start with Brian Dean, Dean Saunders, Saundersfoot. And the aim is to keep it going, but you have to get back to House Party. It's a bit like Ian Culverhouse, the Ian Culverhouse game where Max Rushton and Barry Glendenning used to play. You've got to get back to a certain word, which is House Party. And they play it together in the van.
Well,
it's a team
we'll bring
effort.
that up in a few weeks then.
So maybe we have to get Billy back on soon, and we can play that game with him.
He can help officiate.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a team game. So I think we strike that from the record, and everything else is up for grabs. But we will do. I will do that research, and that's a promise. Yeah, and we can have a running total of the
1
score.
1 point win. Right,
Greg's
that's
devastated
huge.
there, isn't he? I needed that.
I'm going to need time to process. I think
it's been a tough couple of weeks. And I'm glad to get that. Anyway, I really enjoyed that, boys. Hope the listeners enjoyed, the watchers, the viewers, the haters. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just blacking out the haters.
Can I call out the haters individually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love cream eggs.
Yeah.
I don't care who knows.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a month now.
And I'm
over a month since he's mentioned that.
True.
So,
someone had a go at you for mentioning cream eggs.
Well, he just want to hear about cream eggs.
He had a comment on the Spotify.
So I nearly did just make up a feature purely about cream eggs.
Because it is our podcast and we can do what we want.
Exactly. Probably we'll do it on the next Monday pod, potentially. Ryan doesn't like that idea. Okay. This has been a Alternative Wales podcast produced by Terras.
It absolutely has.
Thank you all for listening. And
Charlie,
we'll see you again soon.
Final word?
Bye.